Gentlemen, hello. We are live. What is going on? Feeling slightly hungover today, so we're gonna keep it brief. But I decided I'm still gonna show up, of course. So on the live, anyways. Today's Saturday, December 7th, 2024. The time is 7:23 p.m. As you boys know from yesterday's live stream, went out with my dad. Yesterday, played some pool. That's the subject of the live stream today, and so I didn't get a whole lot of sleep yesterday. Woke up somewhat not really hungover, but just I drank 4 or 5 beers or so, so I was still feeling it the next day. So woke up today just feeling more lethargic, tired. Still ran my mile though. Hey, ran my mile 7 minute 30 seconds. Was keeping it kind of a slower pace. That's crazy. That used to be fast pace. There we go. We're picking it up. So boom, still ran my mile, got home, knocked out 5 job applications. That's my minimum daily requirement. So I knocked that out, and then I said, all right, let me hop on this live stream. Let me knock this out. Last thing I got to do is stretch, do a bit of reading, and then I'll probably just knock out early tonight, catch up on some sleep. But yesterday was fun. Yeah, I sacrificed sleep knowingly. I knew that I would be tired this morning if I went out yesterday, but I value time with my dad. I really value time with my dad, spending fun quality time with him, playing pool, a hobby we both enjoy. Yeah, I'm aware not everybody has that privilege. So yeah, I'll give up some sleep to be able to do that. And still didn't, what's great is that, I had to sacrifice something. So I sacrificed sleep, but I didn't sacrifice anything else. Yeah, I still got the job applications in yesterday and today, still ran the mile yesterday and today, live stream yesterday and today. It's like, I'm liking this momentum. Yeah, this is making me. Hey, what up, Mo? Good to see you, baby. Good evening, Mo. This is reminding me of when I was in Cyprus, and it was just wake up and grind, just because wake up and just get after it. Just because I had Christian there, and the whole environment was so conducive to growth, and I'm kind of just cultivating that for myself right now. It still feels very isolated and just me, head down, work, home, gym, live stream, job applications. It's very tedious, very menial, very repetitive. And then, the occasional date, which that spices it up, but still it's very repetitive stuff right now. But this is what it looks like. Yeah, we talk about being in the grind, being in the fight. This is it. Yeah, unfortunately, the fight, the grind for us, yeah, we're not on a battlefield just shooting machine guns at the enemy. That sounds like a way sicker in the fight, in the grind. Nah, for me, in the fight, in the grind just means run my mile, stay consistent with my cardio. Yeah, do a live stream for you boys. Yeah, pave some. I'm like paving a bit of the way day in and day out. Yeah, we're paving away every day. And then job applications. Pretty much my mentality right now is 5 job applications until I have a remote sales job. That's pretty much it. Yeah, same thing with cold approach, right? Who fucking cares how many? You don't ask how many, you just go until you get it. Same thing here. It's just 5 job applications per night minimum until I get hired as a remote sales representative or remote account executive. I mean, that's just kind of how it goes. So yeah, very tedious, very repetitive. Yesterday was fun. That's another reason why I really liked yesterday, is because although it made today a lot harder because I was more tired and didn't feel as energetic, it was fun. Yeah, it was a shift in my normal mundane reality right now. It was a nice ray of sunshine. Yeah. So let's talk a bit about it. Yesterday, I'll read that for you, Mo, in a second. I'll read your comment. So yesterday, I did my live at lunch, made 2 sales yesterday. I don't know if I mentioned it on the live. 2 sales yesterday, 1 sale today. But yeah, went out with my dad and met him at a bar around 7 p.m. or so. I walk in, he's already playing. So he wins his first game. He beats me. The first time I play him, he beats me. Second time we play, I beat him. And we're not going to get too much into the details, but I wanted to highlight a couple things that happened in the night. Yeah. So I started playing a number of people. I must have beaten 2 to 3 people, let's say. And then, yeah, including the guy that was like running the table, beat him off. Yeah. And so I'm like waiting for next challengers. It got to a point where like nobody was putting their name on the board because there's another table that's actually bigger table. And we try to get on it when we can, but it's like way more in demand. So that table was full. but nobody was playing me. So I was just waiting for somebody to play. Went to bum a cigarette off somebody outside. Was talking to that guy for a while. Finally, somebody walked in that wanted to play pool. Oh, I forgot to mention, my dad was playing on the other table. That's why I wasn't playing my dad. Right? He was playing on the big table. So I'm running the small table waiting for a challenger, and then a guy and his smoking hot girlfriend walks in. I didn't know it was his girlfriend at the time. I thought, honestly, the way that they were behaving and like interacting with each other, it seemed like maybe they were. Yeah, I didn't. To be fair, I didn't verify it was his girlfriend, but something that he said made it seem that way, which I'll talk about in a moment. But if I had to guess, probably like maybe like third date or something, or like, or they were seeing each other for a few months, kind of a thing. But so they walk into the bar, right? So I just assume, I don't know why. Maybe it's just I think bar environment and I just think date, early date stage. So they walked in and I just assumed that they were on their first date, right? So he walks up to me, very friendly guy. To be and here's what's cool, is I try to just spread positive energy. I'm talking to a lot of people in this bar, just having good conversation with a lot of people. And I think I assume that this guy saw that because he comes up to me real boldly, real friendly with his girl kind of somewhat next to him, extends his hand and goes, "Hey, are you Ephraim?" I'm like, "Hey, I'm Ephraim." He's like, "All right, looks like I'm your next challenger." So, and then he goes, "And after you beat me, she's your next challenger." Yeah. So he just came in already super humble. So like, see, this is what I mean. That is an example of very high social IQ. Yeah. So I'm not going to sit here and say you need to tell these self-deprecating jokes in order to get people to like you, this and that. But like, compare the way that he approached me to say hello to somebody that like accidentally bumps into you and goes, "Watch where the fuck you're going, bro." Oh, what the fuck? Or let's say same scenario, a challenger comes up to the pool table, but he goes, "All right, bro. So I'm playing you, huh? All right, cool. What are we doing? Ball in hand or bar rules? All right, let's do it, bro. All right, no, like just very, very standoffish, very I don't know. You could feel the difference, right? Someone comes up to you and says that, you're just like, I don't really know how to feel about this guy right now. Yeah. Versus somebody walks up and the first thing they say, they extend their hand, give you a big smile and goes, "Are you Ephraim?" Right? Addresses you by name. He saw it on the whiteboard. "Are you Ephraim? Oh, nice. I'm your next challenger. After you beat me, this girl is the challenger after that." And so I'm laughing. I'm like, "Oh, don't say that, bro. Come on. Have more confidence." Yeah. I did end up just absolutely wiping the floor with the guy later in the night, but I didn't even play the guy. So he says that, or excuse me. That is when I wiped the floor with the guy. Okay, excuse me. I played the guy and then I beat him. And then I was up next on the big table to play my dad. And so I look at them and I go, "Look, just have the table." Yeah. So I beat the guy and I go, "Just have the table, dude. Just have your date, right?" And so he's thanking me. So that's part of the title. That's only half of it though, but that's part of the title, right? Is I alley ooped the guy. So that's what I mean. Is like I could have played his girlfriend, right, and just just had a fucking boring game where I'm just playing her. But and then he's like kind of standing on the sidelines coaching her kind of thing. But it's like, I'm there for competition anyways. I could see the guys on his date. Like this is the small table. Nobody was even in line to play. And I'm like, dude, just have your date, just have the table. So that's what I mean, alley ooping. Yeah. Part of the reason I did that, by the way, is because of how he came up to me. That's what I mean. We talk about positive karma. That's what I mean. He came up to me in the humblest way possible. He even made a joke about himself. "Oh, after you beat me, Ephraim, after you win, play my girlfriend," kind of thing, right? So it's like, of course, I gave the guy the table, right? It's like, I don't know. You approach people in a positive way, non-needy way, confrontational way, and usually positivity is reciprocated. So it's like, yeah, no, go figure. That's the guy I end up giving the game to. Yeah, play your girlfriend, dude. Play your date, whoever that is, right? I'm not gonna sit here and try to steal your date, this and that, right? So so that was the first thing, and then my name finally comes up on the big table, so I'm playing my dad. I beat my dad. I play on the table for a while. I get knocked off. I order chili cheese fries or chili bacon cheese fries or some shit. So me and my dad are scarfing it down. We're having the best time, just so you know. We were just laughing all the night away, powering down Modelo's on draft with the lime in it. It's great, man. Eating the fucking bacon cheese fries, just laughing. Yeah, we get real animated when we play pool. It's always fun, especially when it's a close game and we're pushing each other and laughing, and yeah, it's good. But so then finally my name comes on again at the small table. So I play again at the small table, beat off the person who was running it before me, and then I start running it, yeah, knocking people off. And then finally it's time. I'm just ready to go home. So when I finally beat this, there's another guy. Oh, let me preface this a little better. Excuse me. So at one point in the night, I went to the bar to buy another Modelo, and there's a girl that I had seen at that bar a couple of times prior, over the past few months. And we'd played pool a few times and had conversations and stuff. And she brings her little pool cue and she's all into pool, right? So we make eye contact and she looked familiar for a second and then she like keeps eye contact and I go, "Oh, I know that girl," right? So I smile at her, walk over, she gives me a hug and just we just start talking briefly. So as I'm ordering, I'm like leaning on the bar, just talking to her, just catching up as I'm ordering my beer. And then it was perfect timing actually because I got my beer. I was about to walk off, and a guy, yeah, in like a baseball cap, he had his own little pool cue bag with him. Yeah, he walks up. The end of the story is gonna be fucking great, based on how I'm prefacing this. So he walks up. I guess I they must have been on a date. Maybe it was like a pool date, something along those lines. He walks up and then he like puts his drink in between me and the girl that I'm talking to, right? So this is as the bartender brings me my beer, puts it down. I remind him my name. He's like, "Oh yeah, your card's on the tab, right?" And so the guy like puts his arm, extends his arm, and like rests his beer down on the bar and in between me and the girl, and like looks at the girl and has his back to me. And I wasn't feeling much anyways. I mean, fuck, I was just there to get my beer and she happened to be standing there. So it was kind of perfect timing. I just look at her and I go, "All right, I'll see you out there," right? We both give each other kind of like oh, that was a weird kind of way to like, that was a weird way to show your jealousy. Yeah. Me and her kind of look at each other like, interesting. And then I go, "All right, I'll see you on the table." Yeah. Cause we were talking about she's gonna play me. Right. So yeah, I don't know what we were talking about there. I guess just another fucking just another example of, yeah, low social IQ. It's like I get it. All right, the guy must have felt threatened. I understand. I look good. I'm chatting with his girl, whatever his date. But like, and to be fair, that was actually a very smooth way to do it. In all honesty, although it like very clearly showed he was jealous, it did like set a boundary, right? So I knew, like, as soon as he did that, I knew, oh, they must be together, they must be on a date. So actually, I take back what I said. I think that that's actually a really good move. Yeah, like I'd probably do something similar. Yeah, it's like he didn't engage with me, he didn't get all butthurt and go back off, bro. He just kind of like he just calmly walked over, put his beer, and just like inserted himself as if to say, "This is my date." So actually, props to him. That was actually a bold move. I think I probably just the way that I interpreted it in real time was kind of disrespectful. So I'm seeing it from my view of like, all right, fuck this guy. But in reality, that's actually a proper way. I mean, I had no idea she was on a fucking date. Yeah, she's the one who called me over and started talking to me. But you know, it is what it is. That actually is a really good way to just like ice the person that's trying to steal your date. So I might even steal that guy's technique actually. Now that I think about it harder, but all right. So, but here's why it's great though. So, we could agree that was somewhat disrespectful, right? I mean, to be fair, I was talking to his date, but I had no idea that was his date. Yeah. This is why I love the ending to the story so well, is because I handled it like such a fucking gentleman. Yeah. This is, yeah, we talk about being a gentleman. The fucking liar, nice guy is talking about, oh, I'm such a gentleman. In reality, he's just scarce. In reality, he's just dry and hoping to get laid any means necessary, even if it means pretending to be someone he's not. Yeah. Now I'm actually a true gentleman. I'll explain how. All right. I'll explain to you how. So, so I'm running the table right now. Fast forward, that was a little earlier in the night. Now, fast forward to when I was telling you, I got back up on the small table, knocked the reigning champ off, and then I started running it a bit. I played 2-3 games, started winning. This guy that put his beer in between me and the girl that were chatting, his name is up on the board. What do you know? Yeah, so I think he was watching me play, so you could tell he was very clearly intimidated before we even started playing. Yeah, because he must have been watching me win, right? So yeah, I pretty easily. Well, I won't say pretty easily. I did like the. I was on like I had one ball left on the table, and then the 8 ball, and he still had all 6 balls. Yeah, so that's why I say pretty easily. But then he caught up, right? I missed my shot. He caught up, and then he was actually beating me. So he was on the 8 ball, and then I still had one ball and the 8 ball left, and he misses the 8 ball. And I look back at my dad. This is towards the end of the night. So keep in mind, now let's pause here. All right. We're in scene. All right. Come with me. We're in the bar. All right. We got some Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us blasting. I swear to God, they're playing that shit all night. We got some Not Like Us blasting. Yeah. We got 2 pool tables. It's Christmas time. It's cozy in the bar. Bar smells amazing. Just had my bacon cheese fries. Yeah. You're with me here, right? Laughing with my dad. The Warriors games on a few different screens, and I'm drinking my pint. All right. And so game's on the line. He missed the 8 ball. I have 1 ball, and then I have the 8 ball to make. All right. So it's about 11 p.m. at this point. I take a swig of the beer. I look at my dad dead in the eye. I give him a big smile and I go, Dad, here's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to make this shot. Then I'm going to make the 8 ball and win the game. And then I'm going to give the game to this guy. Yeah. I said it just like that. My dad goes, all right, sounds like a good plan to me. Yeah. Just the utmost faith in his son. So I do exactly what the fuck I said. Yeah. I make the first shot. I make the 8 ball and I win the game. And then I put the stick on the table. I go to shake the guy's hand, right? This guy, the same guy that put his beer disrespectfully in between me and the girl, right? Just won, just beat his ass right in front of the girl that he's on a date with. Yeah. I walk over, I shake his hand. He gives me like a very short handshake where he's like, he doesn't even make eye contact. He's like, all right, good game. And then he walks off, right? And so I tell him, as I'm shaking his hand, I tell him, good game, table's yours. And he must not have heard me. He was just so fucking mad, I guess, that he lost. Yeah. So he's going to put his stick back in a tizzy. He's walking over, put his stick back, right? So I follow him to where you hang your stick. And I get in front of him again, right? Once he puts his stick up, turns around, I go, hey, I shake his hand again. And then I make him like look at me. So he's like actually engaged with what I'm saying. And I go, good game. The table's yours. And then he gets this big ass grin on his face because he had no idea I was going to give him the game after whooping his ass like that, right? Especially after he's a douche to me. So he gets his fat ass grin on his face and that makes me smile, right? I'm like, all right, damn, I didn't know that would make his night that much. And he gets hella hyped and hushed. He goes, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you, bro. And then as soon as I'm like, yeah, for sure. And then as soon as I walk past him, to like his group of friends, including the girl he's on a date with, he starts going, I won. Let's go. I won. And they were, I mean, I don't know. I assume they were watching the game, but maybe they weren't watching too closely. So they're all celebrating, right? After I beat his ass, he goes, I won. Let's go. I won. This is as me and my dad are walking out of the bar, right? I had just given the guy the game. And so my dad, kind of in like a joking way, right? He looks at me and goes, you heard that, right? He's telling them that he won. And he's saying it in like a way that he almost wants to ruin the party for the guy, right? And go like, to be fair, this random bloke is stealing his son's glory. So I kind of get it from his perspective, but it was just funny. He kind of made that. He mentioned that to me. He goes, you heard that? He's telling his friends he won. And I look at my dad as we're walking out of the bar, right? Imagine this is a fucking storybook moment, right? I got my arm around my dad. It's like roles reversed, right? So I got my arm around my dad as we're walking out of the bar, saying bye to everybody, saying bye to the bouncer. He had a Raider hat on. I'm like, go Raiders. And as we're walking out, I go, yeah, just let him win. Yeah, just let him win. Yeah, I mean, what's it to us? It's not going to affect us. We're leaving anyways. We don't want to play anymore anyways. I got work tomorrow. Let the guy win. It's probably going to give him points on his date. Yeah, and he couldn't agree with me more, my dad. Yeah, it's just so cool to have gotten to this point. I'm not going to say I'm the most mature person in the world. In fact, just a few weeks ago, I blocked the girl that I was in a love bubble with, and I just fucking cut her off. Yeah, with no explanation. So that's not very mature of me, is it? But I don't know. Yeah, I'm just I can just see myself developing in front of my own eyes. Yeah, it's like 2 years ago I wouldn't have done that. 2 years ago I would have rubbed it in his face and been like, "Yeah, see, fuck you and your date." But now I'm at a point where I'm like, this is the guy that could just disrespect me, and I get it. I'm kind of like, well, I get it. If I was in his shoes, I would have done the same. Yeah, if I was in his shoes and I saw an equally attractive guy flirting with my date, yeah, that while I was out trying to buy us drinks, and now all of a sudden this guy's flirting with her, going, "Hey, how you been?" Right? I get it. Yeah, I wouldn't like the guy off the bat either. Yeah, referring to myself. So I get it from his perspective. I wouldn't have liked me either, right? Because I was missing the context, and he was probably missing the context too. So I get it, right? And then it's like we get to the game, I beat his ass, and then he kind of storms off mad, barely shakes my hand. Disrespectful, but once again, I get it, right? It's like the guy that was he probably thought I was trying to mac on his date. Now I'm winning in pool. Now he's not looking as cool in front of his friends. What did I expect? Did I expect the guy to smile and give me like a, wow, such a great game, mister? What did I expect? Of course the guy's going to behave in somewhat of a negative way and go, oh, he's probably thinking in his head, fuck this guy, or fuck this guy. Now he's going to play my date, this and that, right? So I get it. Yeah, I've been in that position, I bet. Yeah, so there's something at least equal. And then lastly, it's just giving up the game despite all of what I just said, then just deciding to give the game up and go, all right, bro, no hard feelings. I won. Go ahead, take the game, take the table. Table's yours. Yeah. Go tell your friends you fucking won. And that's, I didn't tell him to do that part. I didn't know he was going to start claiming that he won, but hey, it is what it is. Once again, it's like, I get it. It's like maybe if he's not doing so well on the date, he wants any positivity, any momentum he can get. So shit, I just got a free table. Let me just pretend like I won. I'll look way cooler than, yeah, the cool hot guy gave me the table out of pity. So now it's our turn, date. Now we can play because he just gave it. I get it, right? Why would he undercut himself like that? So of course he's gonna go, let's go, I won. No, technically he hit my ball, so the 8 ball went in, so it's me, I won, right? So, and I'm walking out, arm around my dad, right? And I'm just like, I get it, dad. I get it. It is what it is, right? We don't gotta ruin his party. It is what it is. So that's why I said I alley-ooped, what I title it. I alley-ooped two guys, or I alley-ooped guys on their date or something like that, right? Because the first pair, this is a different couple, right? The first couple, I let them play after I was winning, and then same shit. Last guy, just here you go. Here's the table. We're getting out of here. Here's the table. So yeah, I could have been a douchebag. I could have picked anybody, but I decided, no, let me tee up the guys that are on a date, help them get play if I can. Yeah. So thought that was just a fun story to share. So yeah, that's about how the night went. Aside from that, I'm just not feeling the best today. Want to get some extra rest. So Mo said, "You're always telling us how you're proud of us. I'm proud of you for walking away from comfort for your consistency. Thank you. Yeah, fuck yeah, that felt good, Mo. I appreciate that, dude. Yeah, man, I'm just trying to be an example. It's I love this channel I because I'm just documenting myself so transparently. It's like it's forcing me into a lot of decisions that I otherwise wouldn't be making, as far as like, all right, let's go to the gym now. All right, let's go approach now. All right, let's go make extra cash now. All right, let's go to bed early. Just doing all this extra shit that, like, I don't know, I think that the accountability is very important. Same thing I'm doing in the entourage. Yeah, nowadays I'm sending one message a night, every night, just on a recap of my day. And I know that the people that are listening to the message are people that I want to think highly of me. Yeah, I want these people to think that I'm on it. I want these people to think that, oh, Ephraim is a go-getter. And so in order to maintain that image, I have to, what is it, maintain my end of the bargain, which is actually being that person, right? If I want them to see me as, oh, this guy is a valuable part of this group and he belongs in the entourage, then I got to pull my weight in reality. Yeah. And so that's exactly what I'm doing. And I'm just, half the reason why I'm doing these, running the mile and the live stream and all the job applications, is because I don't want to get to a point in the night where I got to send a message and go, all right, I didn't do my fucking job applications. I didn't do a live stream. I didn't run a mile, and I just fucking scrolled TikTok all day. I just scrolled. Thank God I don't have TikTok. Thank God. I just scrolled YouTube shorts all day, blah, blah, blah. Like, I just don't want to send that message, right? I want to, every night, I want to be able to say, all right, ran my mile, made a sale at work, did a live stream, oh, knocked out the job applications. I want to be able to say that every night. So it's like half the reason why I'm so consistent at this point is because I got accountability. It's so important. Yeah, a network. That is what this community is. Yeah, it's just a network of like-minded guys. We might be in completely different stages when it comes to this journey. The point is, we all have a common goal in mind. Get laid consistently. Yeah, and do it on our terms. More importantly, do it on our fucking terms. That doesn't mean, get laid consistently could also mean, oh, just shack up with the first girl that you meet on Tinder and make that your wife just because she'll fuck you. First girl you found in months that wants to actually sleep with you. No, 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 no. Consistently get laid on your terms. That is the key. Yeah. Because just why is that the key? No, I'm not saying that's the key to life. I'm not saying that's the key to happiness. What I am saying is when that is consistent in your life, right? When that's constant, when you have no problem generating leads, it just takes you at max a few weeks, a few weeks of walking over, yada, yada. When you're at that stage, everything else in life is kind of streamlined. It's not as unbearable. Yeah. Like, I can remember back to when I was going like 6, 8, 9, 10 months at a time without getting laid. And I was just so miserable. Yeah. I got to month 9 and I was like, is this just going to be forever? Right. Cause you're going through it in real time. That's the key, right? We talk about this in like, oh, it was 6 months. Oh, it took me 8 months before I got laid, this and that. And even that, like, it does sound long as shit to me, but still, like, in reality, it's like, all right, 8 months sucks, but like, that's not a lifetime. Some guys are going longer. But think about this in real time, right? Day over day over day in and day out. It's like you get to month 8, you still don't know when the next time is going to happen, right? You're like, dude, it's been 8 months. Is it going to be another 8? You have no idea. So going through it in real time is always slightly shittier. Yeah. I don't know how we got on this topic, but that's about all I had on this live. Is there anything else I want to talk about? Not really. Yeah, I just wanted to show up and I did. So you boys have a good night and let us go in for our approaches. Yeah, happy holidays and happy approaching, gentlemen. Life is too short, so go in. Good night.